CMK.
Oh, hello, Mr. Guy, KM5QS.
Hello, Jay, and I heard George in there, and I heard a young man in a mobile named Jeff. Hello to all of y'all, and Lynn, too.
Hey, Guy. Hope you're doing all right, WB5TXW.
Well, I guess I am, George. Nobody's told me any different.
As long as you don't read your name in the newspapers, you're bound to be doing all right.
Roger that.
As long as you don't see your own name in the newspapers, you're doing all right.
Or at the post office.
You're on your Summit State rig, aren't you?
Negative.
Really? Well, if you're on that Drake, you're sounding good. You got that thing sounding good.
Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's the TR4 Charlie, the youngest one in the pond, over.
I'll be doggone. No, it sounds great on this old collar. I'm on the KWM2A station.
Well, sounds like you.
Thank you, sir. It'll get louder after a while.
Yeah, me too. Considerably.
Yeah, me also. Now I'm making an effort. I'm playing nice with those guys up there. Most all of them I was up there a while ago, and they're all trying to get along with us, except for one or two of them, and those guys don't count. But anyway.
Hey then, guys. WA5EDX.
Good evening.
Hello, Byron.
Hello, Guy. Yeah, too bad about this weather, huh?
Yeah, I know it, man. It's we're getting a whopping cold front through today and one tomorrow, and it's going to drop it all the way to 75 degrees daytime, over.
Yeah, roger. Hey, I got a funny story for you while we wait on the net. I don't know if you recall, but last week I checked in right before net time, and you complained of RF on my signal. Remember that?
Well, I don't think it would be complaining. I think it would just be notifying you, over.
Oh, yeah, well, I wasn't blowing your speakers out either, was I?
Well, no, I don't guess.
Well, right after I checked in, I kind of checked around a few things, and I didn't have an antenna on the rig.
Really?
No, the antenna switch was not switched to the right position, so I was transmitting with about 4 foot of coax terminated into an empty switch. No wonder I had a little RF getting back in the signal, huh? It was bouncing around in this tin barn and going right in the mic, I guess.
Well, that gives a lot of faith in the vacuum tube finals there, over.
Yeah, I'm sure glad I run vacuum tube finals, because that's not the first time I've done that. I must admit.
Oh, well, I think everybody's done it a time or two or 3 or 4.
It can happen.
That's the reason I use one antenna switch going out to the antennas. A lot of people have 3 or 4 rigs on antenna switches and switch back and forth in front of them. And I was always afraid I'd dump 300 or 400 watts into the back of another rig, over.
Oh, yeah. I grabbed a piece of coax, and I think I did that one time. Transmitted into another radio. I don't think I fixed that. I think I transmitted into a rice burner. An Icom. I don't think I fixed that rig yet.
Yeah, the rice got hot, didn't it?
Yeah, all the rice came out.
Yeah. Well, guy, if you hook them up correctly, you won't do that.
It ain't the hooking up correctly part, Jay. I'm worried about it's the human factor. Over.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I've got it set up like you were describing, and the way it's rigged up, I cannot switch one radio into the back of another one. There's no way that any two rigs will be on the same line at the same time.
Oh yeah, you got to do that. You got to do that as a minimum. But like I said, I blew mine just grabbing a coax. Grabbing a coax I thought was the antenna, throwing it on, and then powering up, and then later finding out the coax I grabbed was not an antenna. It was a jumper to another rig.
Oh.
BTM, good evening.
Oh, well.
Hello, Ralph.
Well, at least, Byron, if you get in trouble, you can just drag a piece of wire out there across the backyard and get out in an emergency situation, over.
Oh, yeah. Just hook a wire over here to the metal building and hook it to this metal building I'm in and call it a vertical.
A multi-directional vertical.
Yeah, just make sure my pacemaker is turned down, right?
That'd be one heck of a curtain antenna, wouldn't it?
WB5L.
Hello. You could say you were broadside and didn't mean it.
Hello, Glenn.
Oh, Glenn.
Hello, Mr. Guy. And I'm on the flex. The boat anchor is warming up.
Well, all righty then.
Well, I'm glad you came in there, Glenn, because you sound really good on this old green. So I must mean I'm close to frequency, over.
Of course you are.
Y'all all sound pretty good up here. And just want to say hello, again, check in, and get my coffee cup refilled and get ready, over.
Got you on the list. I'll give you a holler next week. We're going to be in there Monday night and Tuesday night, but they're probably going to have us hooked up pretty tight. So we'll see if we can get together and visit a little bit, over.
That sounds like a plan, Guy. I don't get in till 6 o'clock, but maybe that'll give you time to get you a bite to eat, or if you want to eat here, let me know.
That's on them. Let's use their money, over.
Roger.
I appreciate the invite, but yeah, I don't know. We're going to be in there till late Monday, and then we got meetings Tuesday, and actually going to cut us loose at noon on Wednesday, so it's going to be wheels up at 12:05, over.
Roger. I'm going to Little Rock on Saturday for the ADXA Arkansas DX Association convention, and then next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I'm going to be off of work and be going to a big meeting here in Bella Vista.
All righty then.
Well, y'all carry on. Let me get all my ducks in a row, and I'll be listening. WB5L.
W5HU here.
Who's the W5?
It's W5XU, Whiskey 5 X-Ray United.
Good signal N5 from, this is N5 BTM in Spring.
Okay, what's the name?
Name here is Ralph.
Okay, Ralph, N5BTM, W5XU. Name here is David. I've been away the net for about 6 weeks, and everything seems to be more or less working okay. Most of the meters are wiggling in the right direction, so I'm going to leave it well enough alone for tonight because I really don't have the time or the energy to deal with if it isn't. Anyway, good evening to you.
Good signal here in Spring, at least 20 over on my OLS meter.
Well, thank you. I'm running a Drake C line to an L4B to an 80-meter dipole about 60 feet up.
Well, the old Drake gear is doing good for you.
Well, thank you, sir. It's perhaps my favorite piece of radio. I worked a lot of stations on this radio when I was somewhat younger, and never really could bring myself to selling it or giving it away. So I just kept repairing it, and here it is today.
David? K5LYN, good signal into Austin.
How you doing, Lynn?
Fine. I'm still barefooted, but we'll turn on the app bottom of the hour. Yeah, you're sounding great.
Well, thank you. You're sounding good, too. I've been away for a while, Lynn, so please excuse the absence.
Well, has the de-expedition happened yet?
Oh, yeah, it's over. I came back 7 days ago. I came back last Wednesday about, the airplane landed about 4:30, and after that it's been kind of a dream, catching up and with all the things going on. But everything was fun. It was a great trip. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I thought your presentation last summer was the best yet, so I guess we're looking forward to a third one now.
Yeah, Nick tells me that I've got to have that one ready, so I've got the photographs coming. We all shared the same hard drive, and the hard drive is supposed to be mailed back to me when it's done. Everybody's supposed to put their pictures on it, so that being the case, we'll hopefully have some good pictures to show you. It was a beautiful place. I've never seen water that kind of color blue before.
Well, you're doing it right. That living large in our old age is the way to go.
Well, what's large is, for example, Lynn, I went to the dermatologist today, so my face and head are full of little round Band-Aids where they took pieces out of me to go have it examined. And my arms are really sunburned, but I had a good time. I wore suntan lotion and a hat, but I guess it just wasn't enough.
Well, there's a cream for that. I have the same problem called fluorosil, and the doctors don't offer it to you because they'd rather get paid for doing all that one deal at a time. But you can put that cream on there. It'll make you look like you've got leprosy, but it really works really well.
What's the name of it?
Well, I better send you an email because I'm not sure that I can even come close to pronouncing it the way it's properly. It's FLU, like fluorosil, something like that. I can send you an email and I'll have it correct in the way it's actually spelled. But you put it on for about 2 weeks until your face starts bleeding. Then you know you've had enough, and everything heals up and it looks great.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care with the way I look. I mean, I'm beyond that point in my life, but if I can keep from getting my skin donated about every 6 months, that would be good. Go ahead and send it to me.
I know the schedule. I do it every 6 months. I go see the doctor every 6 months, but usually I've gotten it all treated before I get there, so he doesn't have to do that stuff. I mean, they can do terrible things to your nose.
Hey, Lynn, K5EF.
Hi, Nick, K5LYN. I guess you hear we got David in here.
Oh, yeah, he's got my ass meter slammed against the peg. I can hear him just fine.
Yeah, he's the loudest I've ever heard him.
Well, he doesn't have half the antenna shorted out.
It's working great.
Good evening. Yeah, David, my KWM2, when you talk when I'm when you're checking into the net, I'm using it. I can just about throw the KWM2 in the garbage can. But this mil-spec 1030, man, you sound just fine. It's not overloaded at all.
Hello, David. Hello, Nest. WB5TXW.
Hey, George, how you doing, man?
Doing all the good down here. The weather's been so good the last couple of weeks. I know we're going to pay for it.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it works, huh?
Oh, well, you know, winter's got to come sometime, I think.
Hello, Lynn. Hello, Lynn.
That you, Garrett?
Yeah, sure is.
Howdy.
W5BFA. I'll let you know I'm here.
Got you on the list there, Gary, and also got you in there, Dick.
Hey, guy, thanks, man.
Hello there, Lynn and Gary, N5B10.
Yeah, howdy, Ralph.
Test 1 2 1 2.
3 4 5 6.
Yeah, well, I just got to see if I got it working.
Oh, you do. That was just my way of saying, yeah, I hear you.
Why?
Why not?
Hello, Jay.
Hello, Gary. And everybody else. And Jim and all that.
Sound like a pretty good band. Good to hear everybody tonight. W5BFA.
Well, the band's in great shape because I'm doing between 21 and 91 watts.
We're not breaking glass, but you're doing great. Sounding good.
Well, I can get a whole lot louder if you want me to. Hello?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Gary's well.
Yeah, Gary's not doing bad at all.
That's what you can do with a KWM2 hooked to an amplifier.
All right, you got your KWM2 going. That's what I'm on with KWM2A.
Well, mine's not A, but it's a straight old KWM2, but it's still giving me a little problems, but I think I got it working good enough to make the net tonight.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's beautiful up this way, Gary. WA5OPZ on my AM2.
Well, hello, Bill. Sounding good tonight.
Yeah, Roger, you just running about 20 over 9 up here, no problem whatsoever.
I hope it stays that way. It's been kicking out and blowing fuses. Boy, I don't know. I'll get it, though.
Well, this sure sounds good right now. You done something right anyway.
Blowing fuses in the radio or in the power supply?
In the power supply.
Okay.
I think it's a case of operator error, Jay.
Well, maybe you ought to replace the glass fuses with some circuit breakers. That way you just push the button and you're back in your business.
Good idea.
Hell of a deal.
Wrigley's chewing gum wrapping paper, over.
Yeah, that or cigarette paper. Used to be cigarette paper.
Yeah, but sometimes that can lead to a conflagration.
20 after W5CMK.
AM5.
WF5IS.
K5
75 BFA.
And 5BTM.
WD5L on the break.
A5 Echo Fox.
Byron, where you on? Okay, good. Don't sound too Poco Wiener. It doesn't sound too what?
Doesn't sound too good. Yeah, I think back off your mic game a little bit, Byron.
Okay, I'll play with it.
Yeah, a while ago it sounded great, Byron. It sounded like you got a little, I don't know, it's a little fuzzy. You're either too close to the mic or too much mic gain.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Okay, checking the ALC. Yeah, that might be a little better. What do you think? Still don't sound too good. I heard you sound a lot better. Okay.
You're a little rough around the edges to me, Byron.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it out before that starts.
You got the ground wire on?
I don't like this is my only Kenwood.
I'm just asking, you got the ground wire on?
Probably not.
Well, that could be the problem.
Alright, let me go get a refill. I shall return. Keep as far as the other. Hello, radio. 661 Yukon, Arizona.
Y'all hear the station? Tucson?
I did not get a call sign.
Okay, I'm not sure. I thought he said YW, but that's all I heard.
KL7 Charlie Delta. Hi, Mike.
I heard that guy pretty good.
Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
Good evening, Lyle.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn.
Everybody sounding good tonight. Catch y'all in a minute. K5LP.
Who's got a solid state radio on that could be a frequency standard for us?
You're on frequency.
Well, okay. If we all agree with that, I'm for it.
No,
AC5L, you're on frequency.
A while ago in, and he said we were all pretty much right on the money, and nobody's drifted on me since, and either I haven't drifted or we've all drifted the same amount.
Well, I have drifted, and thank you, Lyle. I turned this heat kit on at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I've still been correcting it a little bit once in a while, so it's not where it wants to go yet.
As far as I can tell, you're still pretty tight fishing close. So anyway, of course I'm on the Collins, but it's been on for quite a while too, and it usually gets real stable within 30-40 minutes.
Oh, I agree. The Collins are great.
Ours is back.
I haven't had a chance to say good evening, Jim. K5LY.
Whoa there, Mr. Lynn.
You're sounding great. Bottom of the hour, I'll turn on the amp.
Yeah, well, mine's on. I just hadn't stepped on the pedal yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, these Collins 30L1, there's no standby. You know, you're either on or you're off.
Well, it's easy to fix.
Yeah, I put a switch in the key line, but that solves the trouble.
Not really. You only got to break one.
Yeah, and I can do it by plugging and unplugging, but because I've got so much stuff crammed in here, and I've got those kind of lines behind 100-pound radios, you know, it needs to be done.
Well, if you're using the same amplifier with a bunch of different radios, the easiest way is just use a foot switch.
Yeah, I tend to like to operate with my feet up on the desk, Jay. That's why I've never done that, so I know that's a good solution. Actually, if I put the switch by the amplifier, you know, that would work.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
Name's right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Tune-Up Frequency.
With friends. I can tune up a Swan in less time than that. It's all in the wrist, Lynn. I guess so.
Yeah, well.
As powerful as that tune-up was, we ought to know who it is when he says something.
At least with the Swan, you know, you just turn the grid till the noise gets loud, turn the plate till the noise gets a little louder, and then you're ready to tune up.
That's it.
Do the same thing with the Collins.
Hey, Jim, is this any better with the ground?
Oh, it's still kind of muffly. Got another microphone?
Yeah, I'll try mic next.
It does sound a lot better, though.
He's getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds better here there, Spike.
It don't sound like he does in motion.
Well, he may be up the band about 20, 30 cycles. But I couldn't tell you that on this rig.
Yeah, well, if I buy it, buy for the net.
KE5Q, good evening.
Yeah, it must have been Jim tuning up a while ago because he's loud here.
10-5 we can see on the 79-meter band.
Guy, is it yours this week?
Oh, I guess if you want me to.
Oh, if I'm remembering correct, that's right. But I never trust my memory on that deal.
Yeah, you went first last week.
Okay.
Well, looks like it's time. Anybody need this frequency for emergency use, come now, please. Hearing none, good evening, everybody. My name's Guy. My call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo. And we're about to dive off into the finest hour of amateur radio all week long, the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. And this is a directed net, so please channel all your comments, questions, and concerns. If anybody needs to be on the prayer list, we can do that too, but channel them through the net control at the time, which I'll be one, Lynn down in Austin will be one, and Jim down in glorious Uvalde, Texas, outside of Uvalde will be the other one. We gather here on Wednesday evenings about this same time every week and discuss, cuss, and trade ideas about heavy iron and vacuum tubes, boat anchor radios there. Or if you're on solid state rig and you are boat anchor minded, we're not going to turn you away either. Alright, let's see if I forgot anything. Somebody can catch me up here in a minute. But anyway, we got some folks on the free net check-in list, and I'll go down through here and grab a few, and we'll go from there. Hey Jay, you're first one I heard. KM5QS, come on in.
Well, I'll be doggone. Well, this is Jay, KM5QS down here in Alice, Texas, and tonight, oh wait a minute, let me step on that. There, that ought to make it a little better. Tonight I'm on the Collins KWM2A, and depending on how many people you got and whatever's going on, I may check back in on something different in a little bit. But run it through an Alpha 374 amplifier, 160 meter dipole, balance tuner, stuff like that, and everybody sounds great tonight. And I'm constantly amazed every time I use this radio. The receiver on it just amazes me. It's probably as good a receiver as any radio I have in the shack. That includes the modern ones. I can't hardly believe it. But nothing special going on, I guess. I did put a fan on the back of it to draw a little heat off the final cage. Didn't have to make any extra holes or nothing. So it's all pristine. And that's the extent of my improvements this week. Back to you, Guy, KM5QS.
Alright, Jay, yeah. I tell you what, it's hard to beat vacuum tube rig any way you look at it, receiver, transmitter, or whatever, because I have yet to hear one that is not fine audio and right on frequency. Most of the time, you know, that's kind of stretching it a little bit, but anyway, I did neglect to give a description of my station tonight. Tonight I'm running my Drake TR4 Charlie, the newest duck in the pond. I've got a 2KD5 Henry, and then up to a double bazooka, dual band double bazooka, which is resonant right here at 3870, so no tuner needed, and a Shure 444 microphone. So that's what we got going on. I hope it does sound good to everybody. All right, hey George, WB5TXW, come on in.
Hello, Guy, and all around the net. I, too, am here for the finest hour of ham radio for the week, and it's very enjoyable. Thank you for running the net, all of you net runners. So I'm on the usual S-line stuff, 32S1, 75S3, 30L1, the static 10D microphone, all the usual stuff, same antenna, but I got to drop a dime on Friday and get the tree project initiated, so I hate changing antennas, but anyway, it's got to happen. So that's about it, Guy. WB5TXW back to net.
Well, George, George, you know, there's always some kind of maintenance to have to do to something, if it's inside, outside, or on the ground either.
That's what I have. Well, these are my trees. I have a bunch of live oak trees and pecan trees right here in the middle of the city. And that's why I live here, not because this is some kind of a palace. So they do need some attention from time to time.
Roger, Roger. Well, it's mostly pine trees over here, and they sure make a mess on everything in the springtime and needles everywhere. But, you know, some people use those pine needles for their honeybee operations to kind of calm them down, and I guess that's one of the reasons why we have pine trees over.
Really? Well, I did not know that. Anyway, we'll turn it back to you and let you get on with the net. We can talk about our trees sometime, which I'd be interested. WB5TXW back to net.
Roger there. So yeah, they burn the pine needles and make smoke to calm the bees down. But anyway, all right, good deal, George. I got an N5MNW and a mobile out there, Jeff. Are you wanting to check in? Well, I guess not. All right, we'll come back to it maybe in a minute. Hey, Byron, WA5EDX, come on in.
Hey, guys. Russ's Ashes, WA5EDX. Hold on, maybe a somewhat broken rig. I sound okay now, or can you understand me?
Oh, I can understand you fine, Byron. That's a little, sound like a D104, a little nasally, but the other one got to where it was almost right where it needed to be there, over.
He's got RM.
Okay. Well, it is a D104, so I tell you what, you got a pretty good ear there. You're picking out my mic, so I thought I'd just change it out. I started thinking, I think maybe one of the problems is this dipole is something I just threw up temporarily, and I don't have a balance on this antenna. Could be part of the problem, right?
Well, I guess that's possible.
Yeah, okay, well, other than that, it's the same old Kenwood TS820S, and I just switched over to the D104, like I said. I am verified. But it's somewhat of an improvement from last week when I tried to check in with only 4 foot of coax. I thought it was an antenna high. I did have one technical hint to throw out there to the net. Experience I had about a week ago. I was over here working on one of the mini Yaesu FT101s I had, and the belt was fine, and I thought I'd power it up, see if the thing what was wrong with it. It had all the boards in it and everything, so it's a dirty old thing, but I cleaned it up first before I started working on it. And I do a little variac, like my mom and dad told me to do, and you guys. Started bringing it up. I got up about 50 volts, and it wasn't drawing too much current, so I thought it was coming up fine. And then I walked away from the beach. Here's where I went wrong. I left the beach, went off, did some other things, and actually forgot about the radio that night, and it wasn't until the next morning I thought, well, I'll go out there and see how the radio's doing, and I came back out here to the barn and came in and opened the door, and this place stunk to high heaven. I knew immediately what had happened. I knew it had burned up the transformer and got over here, and sure enough it had. That transformer was toast, and it had already cooled off. So it had blown sometime during the night. So I started investigating to see why in the world did that happen. There's only a 50 volt input. And I started checking, and lo and behold, I checked the fuse. I pulled the fuse out of this FT101. It's on RPM. They'd taken the 6 amp fuse that belongs in them and then put a 20 amp in. So I know y'all have run across that before. So always remember when you're bringing something up on a variac that may end up shorting, you better find out. You better verify. You got a correct fuse
So, I think that's an experience or a mistake that I won't soon forget. At least I won't forget until that transformer smell finally dissipates out of the shack, which will probably be at least 6 months. So, hope you kids out there in radio land were taking notes. Back to you guys. WA5 Edward David X-Ray.
All right there, Byron. I hate to hear that you had that problem burning the transformer up, and I tell you what, yeah, that particular smell is just as, I don't know, it's undescribable. It's pretty bad, but yeah, that's a good lesson learned there for everybody out there that are messing with these old things. You get one the ham fest or in the mail or whatever, you better check everything, because there are some unscrupulous folks out there that, like I said, put cigarette wrapping paper or Wrigley's spearmint gum paper around that fuse just to get by to be able to sell it. But yeah, that's a good lesson to pass on, Byron. Have you got anything else?
No, other than I wasn't in the water. I had plenty of FT-101 carcasses around here to cannibalize the transformer out of. So I picked the one that was most needed cannibalization, and spent an hour cutting the transformer out of that, and I think there must be 12 windings on that thing. And so I spent an hour getting it out, and here's an example of Murphy's Law. After I spent all that time carefully cutting out a transformer to put in here, that afternoon I was going through a box of very big sheet metal parts, and I thought, this box is sure dirty for sheet metal. And I looked in the bottom of it, and there was a clean FT-101 transformer already pulled. So, Murphy and me are good buds.
Well, look at the brighter side. Next time you blow a transformer and you forget where that transformer is, you can reach back in your memory banks and maybe pull it out. Over.
Well, I'll ask you guys where it is, and you tell me. You remind me it's in the box with the sheet metal. Back to Matt.
All right, good deal. Good story, Myron. Yeah. Well, let me just remind you right now. It's in the box with the sheet metal parts. Over.
Comment?
Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, Byron's got a lot of RF on it.
Okay, well, he'll get it figured out.
Yeah, I'll get a ballot on that antenna.
Yeah, that's probably where it's coming right back to you. All right, good deal, Byron. We'll get you next weekend, or next week. Hey, Ralph, N5BTM, come on in with that green machine. Well, maybe I caught him down the hall. We'll come back to Ralph. All right, hey, Glenn, WB5L. Let's swing around up there to the Ozarks.
Hello, Guy. K5CMK. WB5L. This is Glenn up here in beautiful Bella Vista, Arkansas. We have a TR4C in line right now, and it's sitting at about 100 watts, and that's going over there to the heat kit SB1000, and it's bumping up to around 800 or 900 into a inverted V on the tower, about 60 foot at the apex. That's what we got. The microphone is a studio mic, and this good old TL4C just keeps on ticking, just like a Timex watch. Every time I turn it on, it works just fine. So I'm happy with it. Good to hear everybody. Everybody sounds good on the finest hour of ancient amateur radio. Man, I love that. And I love to hear the boat anchors on the air, bringing radio back the way it was. So that's about it. I'll let y'all carry on and enjoy listening to the net from WB5L.
Well, good deal there, Glenn. Yeah, the Drake-to-Drake communications link here is working fine.
Roger.
All right, well, hopefully we'll get a chance to visit next week. I'll give you a holler. All right, let's see. Hey, Ralph, did you make it back in 5BTM? Well, I think I might have heard him come back, but we'll come back again in a minute. Maybe he's got a defugalty, as Jim calls it. All right, let me grab W5BFA Gary, and then I'm going to turn it down to you there, Lynn. Hey, Gary, what's up?
Oh, not much, guys. W5CMK, W5BFA. And tonight we're on the old KWM2, just a standard one, not the A. Going through SB200, this is a D104 mic. At the inverted V, about 27 foot in the air. And that's it, nothing special. Having no trouble getting this old KWM2 going. I started out with a power supply problem, but my good friend Richard there let me borrow one that he had. It's all fancied up. It's got solid state plug-ins instead of the tubes in it, and it's got the relay in it so that you don't put all the AC on the switch on the KWM2. So he let me borrow that to get this thing going, and I'm slowly getting there. You know, I'm having a little trouble, but I think maybe it'll hold up long enough for the net tonight. Anyway, excuse me. But we're enjoying it, and this is the final stop. Amateur radio, and maybe one of these days we'll get enough together and we'll start one for AM and have a little AM net. I think that would be a lot of fun. If you guys never worked AM, you're missing something, because it is a lot of fun. But besides my trouble, it's good to hear everybody. All the radios are sounding good. And so D104 of mine, I got it all grounded and everything. I hope it holds up and don't hum on me or anything like that. So with that, let me turn it back to Glenn, and let me turn it back to Guy, and we'll go from there. W5CMK, W5BFA.
Well, Gary, I tell you what, there's not a KWM2 that sounds any better than yours, and I tell you, every one of them I've ever listened to, they all sound wonderful. I had to slap myself back here the last belt, and I nearly reached over there and made a deal on one of those, but heck, I got to thinking, I got so much Drake stuff here, I don't have room for anything else.
I understand what you're talking about, Guy, and that's one of the reasons I went to a KWM2, is because I'm running out of room. And I've also been told I can't buy anything that can't lift.
Well, yeah, that sounds like a directive from the boss there, right?
Absolutely, you know what I'm talking about.
Roger that. All right, good deal, Gary. Anything else before we move on?
No, I think that's got it. I may have to check out a little early, so I think that's got it for this evening.
All right, good deal. Well, good to hear you, and we'll catch you next weekend. Hey, Lynn, you want to give it a whirl? K5LYN. This is W5CMK and the Boat Anchor.
Well, I think so, Guy. Do I sound like I'm still on the frequency?
Yes, sir. You do.
All right, let's go for it. This is K5LYN. My name's Len. Good evening, gentlemen. And Gary, Mr. BFA, I think that's the best I ever heard. That KWM2 is talking up a storm. I've got the Heathkit Marauder here, driving the Collins 30L1, and I'm listening on the 75A4. I'm going to pick up JKO, MNW, XU, EF. We'll go from there. So, WD5JKO. Jim, you still hanging out over there at K5LYN?
Yeah, Lynn, K5LYN, in the group WD5JKO. Yeah, I wanted to say hello to my neighbor, N5MMW. I heard you on Mopac there. Yeah, I was the one with all the stories there, getting the OO tickets and stuff back as a novice, 1972 or 3 or something. So, anyway, I'm back here tonight with the 20A. Last time I was on 2 weeks ago, I was on the Gonset G76 running AM, but my 20A was broken, so I found a dead heater to cathode short and a little regulator circuit I put in there. And I found out something that was interesting. The 6 Abel Henry 6 tube doesn't, depending on which data sheet you look at, doesn't seem to have a maximum rating on heater cathode voltage, either positive or negative. I found some obscure foreign data sheet that specs a minimum leakage current at like 135 volts or something, but so I ended up putting a 6CB6 in there, which allows the cathode to go all the way up above the filament 200 volts, or the filament less than 200 volts, less than the cathode, depending how you look at it. So anyway, that's it here. Later on tonight around 8, I'm going to tune in WBCQ on shortwave 7490. Hal Turner is probably going to be talking about North Korea and the nukes and all of that, and it appears that our Canadian neighbors are resurrecting some of their underground bunkers there, which were set up during the Cold War to preserve their government in case there was a Russian strike. So anyway, interesting stuff. So that's all I got here. Yeah, that WBCQ is at 7490 kilohertz. So back to net. K5LYN, WD5JKO.
All of that interesting information, Jim, and you're barreling in here a big signal. And thanks for telling us that story about the heater to cathode short. Okay, moving on here. Let's see. Jeff, N5, Mighty Nice Weather. You still hanging up there, K5LYN? Well, he was probably just glad to get off work and get home. All right, W5XU. Hey, Mr. David, how you hearing me on the amplifier now? K5LYN.
Oh, you're good. You're 10 over 9 right now without a problem.
Okay, tell us about the station you're on tonight. Might be a microphone cord issue.
He's 57, so he's 50 years old. Talking with through an L4B.
Nick, you may have to call him on the phone.
I put the dipole the final time. About 6 weeks ago, I had a little party, a trip. Set up so the dipole.
Hey, David, are you hearing me? You've got a microphone cord issue. Well, all right. I hope he's hearing me a little bit. Nick, K5EF, are you there? K5LYN.
He's still talking, Lynn.
That's what I was afraid of. We're not getting enough to know when he's not talking.
Do I get down?
No, you've got a pretty bad microphone cord issue, David. I think we missed most of that.
Oh, mercy. All right, well, I'll look at the plate meter, and I get an indication that I'm doing okay. I won't go into the long diatribe. I've been away from this net for about 2 months. A month ago, I went to VK9MA, Mellish Reef, and got back about a week ago. Thanks to Nick and a couple of other friends, I was able to get the dipole back up, and it's running east-west. It's about 60 feet in the air. So, Lynn, thanks. Appreciate your patience. I'll figure out what's going on with it. But like these radios, this one is 50 years old. And like its operator, every once in a while the edges start to fall off. Y'all take care. God bless. W5XU.
David, compared to our age, those radios are just kids, and it sounded perfectly good once you held it. So, yeah, I think you probably have identified where the issue is. We'll look forward to hearing more about the exposition come summer in Tennessee. Okay, hey, Nick, K5EF, you still hanging out there? K5LYN.
Oh, yeah, Lynn, it's K5EF. Yeah, I'm just doing housework tonight. I actually was running the vacuum cleaner up in my shack while listening to the net. Believe it or not, I got the T368 all put together today, and it really looks pretty. I'm going to take some pictures of it and send it to you. It came out real nice, and I'm tickled with it. And yeah, I'm all for trying a little bit of AM now, just to play with that mode. But anyway, that's it. Nothing new here. Just Just trying to get some of my radio projects cleaned up before the end of the year. K5LYN, K5EF.
Spectacular signal, Nick, and when I get some time, I can get some better AM stuff going too, because I've got a couple of carrier-controlled, including the Drakes, AM signals that work fine into an L4B. So we will try to catch up with you one of these days. Anything else for the net tonight, Nick?
No, except, oh yeah, there is something. Be on the lookout in the January issue of QST. Bob Hiles got a pretty neat article about his pine board AM transmitter, and it's a pretty interesting design. He sent me an advanced copy of the thing. It's even got a little audio equalizer built in, which you would expect from Bob. Good?
Well, Bob's always interested, got interesting projects going, so we'll look forward to it. Now, is this one he built?
Oh, yeah. I think they've had a series of it on Ham Nation, but it's an article in QSC. It's pretty good.
Looking forward to it. All right, great to hear you. Let me try Ralph. If we don't hear Ralph, I'll give it to Jim, let him talk. N5BTM, Ralph, you back? K5LYN.
Yes, Lynn. Good evening there. K5LYN and the net N5BTM. Name is Ralph. I'm located in Spring, Texas. Running some of that green machine stuff, a little Heathkit hot water 12A. And that's driving a homebrew GS35B, about 800 watts out. And we're using a Shure 444 microphone. Beautiful weather down here. We could stand a little rain, but otherwise everything's great. Anyway, back to you, Lynn, and your Marauder is sounding good. K5LYN, N5BTM.
Thanks for the comments, Ralph, and your Heathkit's sounding great also. I have turned the audio down a little bit since last week, because I noticed when Matt sent the recording out that this crystal filter was wider than it should be for a crystal filter. So I pulled the audio down a little bit, and we'll hopefully get another look at it this week. Great to hear you, Ralph. Anything else for the group this evening?
No, that's it. Great band conditions, by the way. Everybody's booming in here. Over.
I'm hearing the same thing. The band is very quiet where I am. Usually the Austin noise is roaring. It's not tonight. And it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, Mr. Jim, KB5ZIB and the boat anchors. Take it and run with it, K5LYN.
All right, Mr. Lynn, how's that? That a little better?
Sounds good to me.
All right. All right, guys, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Tonight I'm on the FT102. We're driving the big black box. It's going out there to the ladder line fed antenna. All one piece on each side, so hopefully everything's working like it's supposed to. All right, hey, Mr. Bill, WA50PZ, what's going on up that way?
Okay, KB5ZIV, WA50PZ. Well, we're up here. Good cool front come through. But tonight we're on the round in KWM2. Also, within QM1 mobile microphone, running a Signet amplifier. And monitoring our output with a 312B4 to the G5RE out in the backyard. Everybody's sounding real good up this way. And appreciate you guys doing the net. Without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do it either. KB5ZIV, WA50PZ.
All right, Bill, sounding good down this way.
Roger, appreciate that. I'm probably maybe 100 watts or so right now.
All right, Bill, it's working good. The YW, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but we're going to try to finish running this net, and then we'll let you guys have it if that's all right. All right, hey, Mr. Doug, W5IS.
Okay, KB5ZIV and the net, W5IS. Well, I'm running my Drake TR4C transmitting, and I've been listening on the R4C.
Good evening.
And I am driving old Swan Amp, kicking up a, not full bore, but a little bit of help on it. The antenna is quite different than I've been running. No inverted V tonight. I got a flat top up about 30 foot tall. This was 300 ohm ladder line, and it's raised up here, so I hope it's working okay. But that's about it. I won't try to hold it. Guess there's somebody else trying to take the frequency, so we'll move on. Appreciate you taking me up and calling it Jimmy. W5IS.
All right, Doug, sounded good over this way. Yeah, it's always something, I think. All right, I think I heard KE5Q. I don't know if I'm going to hear you over the AM guys out there in Arizona.
Yeah, KV5ZIV, Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, KE5Q. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can get you over the top of them.
Yeah, okay. Name is Jim here, and it's been a couple of weeks since we checked in Plano. Jim here in Plano, and we're running the KWM2 tonight, and the antenna is an inverted V, 80 meter inverted V there. And copying most of the stations pretty good there. KB5ZIV in the net, KE5Q.
All right, Jim. Yeah, it's working all right down here. You're getting over my guys out there in Tucson anyway.
Yeah, I can hear them too. I hear them here, but anyway, everybody is sounding pretty good here tonight, and hopefully the old KWM2. I'm using a Shure 444 on it. Over.
Roger. Yeah, it's working good, Jim. I don't see anything wrong with it at all.
Okay, appreciate it. We'll try to check in next week. KB5ZIV Internet, KE5Q. Thanks.
All right. Hey, Mr. Dender, N50JB.
He must be out smoking.
Well, that's highly possible.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
I hope you shout. This is a 530, by the way, and now get quiet. KM5QS.
Okay. All right. Hey, Mr. Guy, I was not here early, so I might have missed a couple. Would you like to have it back for a little bit? Why, sure, Jim. I got a few more on the list. We can see if we can't weed them out of the woodwork. All right, why don't we just do that? W5CMK and the boat anchors. And we're going to continue this finest hour of amateur radio for the whole week long, and we've got about 26 minutes left to do that in. So here we go. Let's see, KL7CD. Hey, Mike, come on in.
Okay, Guy, thanks for picking me up. W5CMK, Kilo Lima 7, Charlie Delta. Mike in New Braunfels, Texas, just north of San Antonio. And rig tonight is the same old daily driver I use on single sideband Helicrafters Twins. Receiver is an SX117, transmitter is an HT44, and have the matching speaker and power supply using the receiver VFO in transceive mode. And amplifier is a Heat Kit SV220, putting out about 850, 900 watts, somewhere in that range, and a dipole up about 25 feet. Microphone is a Shure 444. And so I've been working the last couple of days rearranging the shack, changing out my AM station. I was running a Bandmaster and BC342N receiver into a Gonset amplifier, and I've taken those out of line and moved to Viking 2 and a modified Viking 2 in as my transmitter, and My old Hammerlin Super Pro 600 receiver is going to be my AM receiver, and while I was changing it out, it took 2 full days to move all that equipment around and change the cabling out, and I mean, it's kind of a major undertaking. But anyway, as I was doing that, the Super Pro was working fine, and I get it all into position, and then all of a sudden my Super Pro is dead. I mean, the filaments light up, I get nothing. I had a little bit of 60-cycle hum when it was working, and now I have absolutely zero coming out of the speaker. And started looking, and the voltage regulator tube, it's an OA2, that pretty purple glow is not there. And so I checked, first I changed out the OA2 for another tube, it didn't light up either. Checked them both on a tube checker, they work fine. So I figure it's something in the power supply, because the voltage regulator comes right off the power supply to regulate 150 volts into the rest of the receiver. And I checked the 5R4, it's a rectifier replacement, and it's fine. And I checked 6AL5, and it's fine. So I'm going to start checking voltages on the OA2, and I'm losing something somewhere, and I think it's right there in the power supply section and voltage regulator section of the receiver. So it's always something with these old rigs. I mean, it was working fine, and I get everything in position, and then I got nothing on receive. So that's my challenge for today. Anybody's got any suggestions or thoughts about that, be happy to listen. Anyway, 68 degrees here in New Braunfels tonight. Beautiful weather the last few days. Looks like it's going to be beautiful for 4 or 5 more. Toward the end of the week, next week, supposed to start to cool down into the 50s for highs and maybe a little bit of rain. That's it from New Braunfels. W5CMK, Kilo Lima 7, Charlie Delta in the Hill Country. Take it away there, Guy.
All right, Mike. Yeah, well, you know, that's exactly the reason I opt not to move stuff anymore. I've got a major project I've got to do just to clean up a lot of stuff that's getting piled up. I'm going to get some of those organizational type plastic boxes and start getting all of my odds and ends put in them. But I just exactly what you're talking about is the reason I don't move a lot of this stuff very often. Over.
Yeah, it's really strange. I mean, it was working fine. It's something pretty simple. I just gotta, it's not a tube. I was hoping it was just a tube, but that's not the problem. I just gotta start checking voltages underneath, and fortunately it's out of the case. Once it's out of the case, most of the work is done. You just lift it up on its side, get your VTVM, and start checking some things and see where the problem is, but I think it's pretty much somewhere in the power supply.
Yeah, and if you were to move something again and it started working, it'd drive you crazy because that intermittent stuff just is, it's a head scratcher.
Oh man, I got one over here. It's a Raycal, really nice receiver. Quadruple conversion with the Wadley loop. As long as it's out of the case, it works perfect. As soon as I slide it into the case and put the covers on, it quits working. And I take it out of the case and it works again. So it's something really weird, but I may just throw the case away.
That'd be the easy thing to do, but you know, the right thing to do would be figure it out if you got enough patience over.
Yeah, and I'm so anal that I won't own a piece of equipment that doesn't work perfect, so it's just sitting over there in line. I know it's got a little bit of an issue, and but boy, it is a fantastic receiver when it's working. And as long as you leave it out of the case and leave the covers off, it works fine. I'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt. Lynn or anybody got any comments or maybe some possible help from Mike there?
Whiskey Oscar Zulu, Mike.
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Yeah, just a thought, Mike. A lot of those old National and Hammerlin receivers, just in series with that 150 volt voltage regulator, they had a pretty hefty resistor, you know, high wattage, Geez, what have I got here? Oh, I see. Never mind. They had a high wattage resistor, and those things would they get hotter and blazes, and eventually crack and just kind of disconnect. I've had a couple of them do that. You might look at that.
Yeah, it's something like that. You know, I'm gonna look at the circuit, and there's only 3 leads coming off of that OA2, so it shouldn't be too hard to check voltages. And if I don't have 150 volts coming out, then I got to start looking upstream.
Yeah, I'd start checking just the main B plus right off that 5R4. That may be where it starts. You know, you'd hope that power transformer is not bad, but I guess you never know.
Yeah, and I'll check that too. I mean, it's somewhere right in that area right there, because I get absolutely nothing right now. No, I had a little bit of 60 cycle hum. If you turn the audio way up, you could hear a little bit of hum, and I don't even hear that now. So there's something right there in the power supply area is where the problem is, I think.
Roger. KWOZ, back to net.
Okay, Mike. Anything else?
Nope, that's it from here. Thanks for letting me in. Everybody's really sounding good. I did want to tell Lynn that that Marauder sounds fantastic. I was when he first started talking about getting that on the air, I thought, wow, this thing ain't going to sound worth the crap, but it really sounds good. And the other guy that had that Hot Water 18 or 16 or whatever it was, his audio is great too. So kudos to Heathkit. I'm done. Back to you there, Guy.
All right, good deal, Mike. Yeah, that was Ralph has Hot Water 12, and he's doing a good job with that. But anyway, hey, while you're there, Dan, go ahead and check in if you want to.
Okay, I was kind of late getting it up here, but I thought I'd listen for a bit anyway. Yeah, this is Dan, KWOZ. We're in Houston. I'm talking on, it's not really a boat anchor, but it's old enough to be. It's 35 years old, old Icom 740 that I bought as a parts unit and did a little bit of work on it, and the thing come to life. So anyway, running that old Icom 740, driving a Kenwood TL922, about 900 or 1,000 watts. And the microphone is a Icom SM30. Antenna is one of those 2-band bazookas up there about 36 feet. And that's pretty much it from here, I guess. Everybody is really sounding good. I'm amazed at how nice these old radios sound on a good night like this. And yeah, Lynn, I agree that that Marauder sounds great. I had one here. You may recall it was early last summer, spring, something. I checked in with it. I was fixing it for another fella, and I got it going. It sounded good to me, and I checked in with it, and everybody said it sounded fine. And I didn't identify it as a Marauder, because all I was thinking about was my old Hallicrafter's HT37. But anyway, it was a Marauder, and I guess it didn't sound too bad because nobody complained, but man, yours sounds excellent. That's it from here. Thanks very much, Guy. KWOZ, back to net.
All right, good deal there, Dan. Good to hear you in there. Lynn, did you have comments you want to make back to Dan?
Well, just I thank him and Mike both for the comments on the Marauder. Much appreciated, K5L Wire.
All right, good deal. I'll throw it back down to you there here in a minute. I got a couple more on the early list here we haven't touched yet. So, hey, W5DK, come on in if you're still around.
Yep, W5CMK, W5DK. Name here is Don, Delta Oscar November. I'm in Spring Branch, Mike's neighbor actually, not too far, out here in the hill country, north of San Antonio. Just checking in, everybody sounds great. I'm on the same old rig here, a Drake TR4, excuse me, and a D104 driving it into a little 2060 tuner. And out to some window line and a double extended zip. Just checking in, enjoying listening to everybody. The trees, everything's turning here. Beautiful hill country colors. If you got time, come see them. Back to you. W5DK.
All right, Don, good deal. Yeah, the TR4 is doing you a good job like it needs to. I need to switch back to my 3 one of these days, and then the 4, and then back to the 4C, so I can exercise all of them. But yeah, I like the Drake stuff myself. All right, good deal, Don. K5LT. Hey, Lyle, you want to check in?
Yeah, good evening, K5LT. Oh, just here reading the mail and kind of waiting my turn in line here. So, everybody's sounding good tonight. Yeah, I'm just down the road to Don a little ways. Just checked it a second ago. I'm over here in Bernie, Texas tonight, so you're catching the hill country on this time, too. Got the heat kit SC101 running tonight. Same rig always runs. Another green heat kit on the air. And all the other heat kits are sounding good. Have it running through the heat kit SC201 amplifier out to the antenna running through the cedar tree. So, same old here. I'm just sitting here looking on the internet and reading the shop manual on the turntable I got. Nothing to clean up on. And pulled it out to play some Christmas albums, and it wasn't working right. So, I think the 6-year-old turntable with a green guitar is acting up. So, we'll just take it apart. Get another open working right. So, that's all I have. Not much to hear tonight.
All right, good deal. Yeah, I'm hearing that old vinyl record playing stuff is it's coming back to be new again.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that enjoy that kind of stuff, but in fact, it's about the same age as this heat kit I'm talking on tonight, the SC101. I have a heat kit AA100 amplifier and an AJ41 tuner. And I've got the amplifier going again. I need to do some more work on it. Got a few more parts in it to get it back up to spec. And I have the turntable for it that was working fine. I got some of the 50-year-old grease is just getting hard, so I'll clean it up and get it going again so we can play Christmas albums that are older than I am.
Roger that. You know, years and years ago, my dad worked for the Sun Oil Company out here in East Texas, and he brought home a bunch of 78 RPM records that they used to use at the old rec center out there. And I'm pretty sure my brother ended up with them, but man, I don't even know where I'd find anything to play a 78 RPM record on anymore.
Yeah, 78 is getting hard to find. 33, 45 is so common. Yeah, 78 is getting rare. Anything to play them on. Anyhow, it's just another two-top radio to play with. Don't mess with it. Have fun listening. Nothing else going on. Keeps me out of trouble. Thank you. Hey, Bob, open.
All right, good deal. Wow, yeah, that's just another place to throw money in. Hey, Denver, did you get back in there? N50JB, come on in. Well, I guess that brings me to the end of my list. You want to take a few check-ins there, Lynn, K5LYN, this is W5CMK and the Boat Anchor.
I think so. Am I still in the ballpark?
Absolutely.
All right. This is K5LYN returning on the Heathkit Marauder, and that's all the people that I had on my list. Were there any earlies that we missed? Let me know you're still there. K5LYN listening.
KB0UA.
Okay, Mr. Steve, KB0UA, pick it up.
KB0UA, Steve. Good stuff here. Everyone's sounding really good up here tonight. On the 316 through the S and Marathon 811 here. Here's Richard Mike. Making a trip down there. Looks like we're at about 550 watts. Okay, KB0UA.
All right, Steve, good to hear you. And we're hearing your long skip pretty well. We're hearing the fellows out west also, but we'll make the best of it. Good to hear you tonight. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? K5LYN, listening?
Hotel, Norway, India.
Okay, I got Kilo Charlie 5 Lima, and I got Steve Lima. Pick it up.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn and Annette. KC5L, Tom in San Antonio. And just running the usual here, modern rig, 3001, Malify tuner, and radio meter inverted V up about 15 feet underneath the Homeowners Association radar. And that's about it. And I do have a central electronic sweeper B and a R390A that I'm looking to get on the air one of these days, making some progress towards getting an operating position for them. And one thing I am sort of looking for is a microphone to use with the 200B. Kind of have my eye on an Electrovoice 664. If anyone has one lying around, hit me up on email. I'm good on QRZ. And anyone knows for a good source of the old connectors, Amphenol MC2M and MC4M, be interested in that as well. The new old stock is available on eBay, but they're asking about $25, $30 for those connectors. And I'm thinking, I should just wait for the next swap meet or something. Any comment on that would be appreciated as well. Anyhow, that's all I have. Band is good this evening, and just want to say good evening to everyone. Back to that, KC5L.
Okay, Tom, in case we don't know the numbers of that mic connector you're looking for, that's two contacts in the center with a ring around it, is that right?
Yeah, the Amphenol Mike Charlie 2 mic is the 2-pin connector that goes on the back of the 200B, and the Mike Charlie 4 mic is the 4-pin that connects to the Electrovoice 664. And those are the ones that are rather expensive on eBay right now.
All right, and they can look KC5L up on QRZ.com and get your email address?
Yeah, my email is good on QRZ.
Okay, all right. If anybody can help Tom, get in touch with him. Yeah, that's the same mic connector I've got on this Marauder. They're not everywhere you look for sure. In fact, they're actually kind of a pain in the butt to install, but they do work. Okay, Tom, good to hear you. Anything else for the group this evening?
Nothing else for the group. I just want to say good evening to everyone. KC5L.
All right, Mr. HNI, Steve, pick it up. K5LYN.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Lynn. WD5HNI, hot copying because you're fading off the map right now. Over.
No, I'm still hearing you fine, Steve.
All right, very good. Well, maybe just the band's doing this thing. But anyway, good evening all, and the ship's out at sea. Everybody's sounding good tonight. Tonight we're on an early Swan 350 here, one of the early vintage ones. This is not the A or the B model. It's one of the early ones. We're running that barefoot, all that into a ladder line antenna, a ladder line feed line, and the full wave loop for 160 here. So that's about the rundown here, located out southwest of the Austin area over here close to the Pedernales River. And with that, we're having the Shure microphone, what you're hearing tonight. Other than that, that's about it. It's kind of cooling off, 56 degrees, and we could use a little rain out here tonight there, Lynn, over.
Yeah, you know, I always say you have the best sounding Swan 350 I ever heard. It's still true tonight.
Well, it's working. I keep it rolling, and sometimes it acts a little funny, the band switch, but you know, you gotta play and kind of take these things easy from time to time, you know.
Absolutely. Anything else for the net?
Oh, sir, that's about it. Take care. Enjoy it. You guy and Jim, appreciate y'all running the net. Take care. WD5HNI.
Okay, Stephen. By the way, Tom, KC5L, if you don't find the microphone you're looking for, a lot of us are having very good luck with Shure 444. That's what I'm on here. Okay, who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN, listening?
WB5 America Fox Yankee.
Okay, America Fox Yankee, and somebody else checked in on upper sideband, I think. So, take a second look at it. AFX, pick it up.
K5LYN, WB5 America Fox Yankee. Dan in Vernon, Texas this evening. We're on a Central Electronics 20A and transceive using a VFO-matic by P&H Electronics. Hooked to our 75A4, and then this is feeding a 30 Sugar 1 Collins final. So, feel free to I got all this junk put together after about 6 months. K5LYN the net, WB5AFY.
Hey, Dan, we need to talk. WB5AFY, if I look you up in QRZ.com, will I find your email address?
Oh, absolutely. You'll also find pictures of my EME stuff. We kind of vary all over the deal here. We're working on 10 gigahertz stuff and 75 meter stuff at the same time on the bench. It's a little confusing, over.
I built two transceive adapters. I have one on a 10A that I transceive with the Drake R4B. I built another transceive adapter that I transceive a 20A with an SX115. I have a VFO-matic here. You're the only other person I've ever known that has one. And what receiver did you say you're using with it?
Yeah, this one I've had in several years. I got it from the previous owner. He said it wasn't working, and he was correct. It's been quite a process, Leonard.
Yeah, what receiver are you using with it?
75A4, serial number 39.
Okay, I've got the crystals in mind for the Drake 1A, but I'll get in touch with you on email and we'll talk, because I'm very much into the Central Electronics transceive projects. In fact, my 20A and SX115 are warmed up there, but we've just been too busy for me to fire it up. Hey, we're here every Wednesday, Dan. We need to hear you more often, okay?
Okay, we'll try to be on here now. We've got all this junk put together, so... Anyway, you better drop me an email. We'll talk about it. Spectrum Analyzer is a good thing to have working on this stuff. K5LYN, WB5AFY.
You're the only person I've ever heard with a VFO-matic working. Amazing. All right, we're about to run out of net time. I better give Jim a chance to talk here. Jim, KB5ZIV and the boat anchors, K5LYN.
Recheck.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yes, sir. The KC5L, I've got a D10, I'm not D104, Electro Voice 664A. Have you got a phone number? I'll give you a call and we can talk about it, because it's not pretty, but it works good, so I can make you a really good deal. And I've got a 4-pin connector for the cord to go to it also.
Yeah, can you shoot me an email? I'm good on QRZ.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send you an email, but I may have what you need. Like I say, it's not real pretty, but it works.
Well, if the price is right, that might be... I'm sort of looking eventually to get something pretty, but something to get on the air, that would work as well.
Oh yeah, the price will definitely be right. I'm not real proud of it. I've got plenty of them that shine. Anyway, I'll get a hold of you on email. Back to you, Lynn, KM5QS.
Yeah, I gave it to Jim. Pick it up, Jim.
All right, Mr. Lynn. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call signs slowly, spread them out a little bit for me, guys, I'll try and get you in here. Yeah, that's Rusty. A little bit further off frequency than normal. Over. Yeah, I don't know which way you are. If it's stuck on upper sideband now, or what's going on, Rusty?
Come on up. You're down the band.
Yeah, I think George rolled on you. You're down the band, so come on up the band. So while he's getting that straightened out, is there anyone else that would like to check in this evening? Hello, George, and thank you.
This is Whiskey 3, Oscar, Quebec.
Okay, the Oscar, Quebec, were you trying to check in with us?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
All right, come on in here.
Whiskey 3, he said, go ahead.
Okay, real good. No, I just, I stumbled upon your frequency, and I have this little horizontal loop that I put up, and I don't hear too much, but 80's coming in pretty nice tonight, and, maybe you could tell me, are most of y'all in Texas? I'm here in Brownsville, Texas.
Yep, most of us are here around Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, that general neighborhood. What you stumbled on is the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net that we do for about an hour on Wednesdays, where we put the vintage vacuum tube radios on. Over.
Okay, real good. I'll see if I can try to remember on Wednesdays. I'm assuming that you all start up at around 8 o'clock or so?
Generally, the net starts at 7:30. There's people here, an hour or so before that.
Okay, real good. What's your location? You're coming in real strong. I'm using 100 watts.
Okay, I'm outside a little town called Uvalde. I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I'm outside of town, about 15 miles.
Okay, I know the area. I actually got my, I think that's where I got my extra over there in Uvalde. A fellow by the name of Jim, he was really into digital, D-Star and all that.
Yeah, that's Little Jimmy. Yeah, I've known Little Jimmy a long time.
Yeah, Roger. I was off for Thanksgiving vacations, and I studied the whole time, and they were the only ones offering a test during those holidays, and that was perfect for me because I was able to study and have time off and also test. So I took the big, long, about 300-mile drive, and thank goodness I passed it.
Roger. Well, congratulations, and do you have anything else for us this evening so I can see if I can get Rusty in here?
No, that will be all. Thank you for, are you using low power or a beam or what are you using as an antenna so I could have an idea of how good my antenna is?
Okay, this is a ladder line fed antenna. It's all one piece on each side from the tip of the antenna to the feed point. The ladder line is spaced at about 3.5 inches. It's about 250 feet long. It's approximately 50 feet in the air, over.
Okay, I guess it's something like a big G5RV, right? Something like that?
Well, 160 meter, basically 160 meter dipole fed with ladder line.
Very good, very good. Okay, well then I guess I'm pretty good on 80 then. Just as long as it's not a beam or something. I guess because if it was a beam, I could say it's all you. But since you're using a dipole type of antenna, I guess it's 50-50. Anyway, 73 to you and everyone out there. This is W3OQ in Brownsville, Texas.
Okay. Rusty, you get her straightened out?
I don't know, am I any closer?
Yeah, you're still down the band a little bit, but I can understand you.
Yeah. I need another SPR so I have a scope I can look at so I can pinpoint that little peak there where I can get it on frequency. But anyway, we're running the usual stuff here. The helicopter is HT-37 transmitter, SX-111 receiver, Electro Voice 641 microphone, grabbing the Homebrew GS35B and the same fan Doppler up about 50 feet there. That's what we got going on here. I have no clue how much power I'm putting out because my computer went berserk and I haven't gotten my Node meter working back yet. So that's where we're at. So back to net, WK5 back to the boat anchors.
All right, Rusty. All right, anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net this evening before I shut her down?
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kilo Golf 5 Lima Romeo Sierra. Actually, I visited with Rusty a little bit there today. I don't have my boat anchor fired up yet, but maybe the next time around I sure will. I've got a Kenwood TS830S that I will be using. But anyway, tonight we're talking on a Yazoo. And I just want to jump in here, and I had at one time, it's probably been 2 or 3 months ago, checked in on the BoatAnchorNet,
and just kind of lost touch. But we're definitely going to get our Kenwood in line there in the next day or two, and like I say, maybe next time I'll be more prepared. And my name is Jerry on this end, and like I say, my call is Kilo Golf 5 Lima Romeo Sierra.
Hi, Jerry. No problem. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Well, I appreciate that. By the way, how's this thing here doing? I'm actually running about 55 watts and about 55% on my mic gain.
It's plenty loud. You could probably pull back a little bit on the mic gain, but other than that, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, that works. I might be a little bit too close to the mic. I'll back off from it a little bit. Sometimes I get to chewing on the front of it here. But anyway, okay, let me back out of here and turn it back to the net there. And 73 is everybody out there. Kilo Golf 5 Lima Romeo Sierra. I'm going to be eavesdropping.
All right.
Yeah, they'll be about 3 or 4 miles on the other side of the woods from me.
Roger. All right, guys.
3 times Golf India Tango.
Yeah, Golf India Tango.
Yeah, how's this thing sound?
It's not too bad.
Oh, like round 4 bar.
This is a HC30 and R4A.
Oh, it's working, brother.
Well, thank you. About 100 watts.
You got an old D104 on it or something? Hey, Ron, is that an old D104 you got on it?
Well, I was looking at the bottom of it trying to see what it is. It's not a D104. I think it's just some kind of Shure mic.
Okay. It's just a little narrow, but other than that, it's fine.
Well, thank you. It's a 440 SEL or something like that. It's the one that came with it.
Roger.
Yeah, just got the thing going here a few days ago and trying to see how it's working.
Oh, it's working. I got a little noise, I don't know what's going on with the atmosphere, but other than that, you're fine.
Well, thank you. Good to get that. Thank you very much.
All right. Guys, let me get this thing shut down because we done run overtime here. Guy, you got any last words of wisdom? Buy low, sell high, or buy high, sell low like the hams do. 73 from W5CMK. Roger. What about you, Lynn?
Any wisdom I had's done played out, Jim. 73s, K5LYS.
All right, Lynn. That's the problem with being a ham operator. Sometimes you just lose it.
That's it.
All right, guys. Hey, we appreciate each and every one of y'all coming by here and taking the time to check in here. Because without you guys, we cannot do this. And Lynn, Guy, and myself, we get to listen to the stuff that we had at one time and some of the stuff we wish we had. And so that's half the fun. Hopefully we pass a little knowledge on here. So that helps too. Hopefully y'all have a good week. And hopefully we see each and every one of you next Wednesday. 73s all the way around, guys, from KB5ZIV, returning this frequency to normal amateur use.
My. That was pretty good net.
Yeah. Must have had 30 check-ins.
Jim, you're just banging in up here, man. Let me tell you, N5BTM.
How does the old 530 sound tonight, Jim? I figured it had been mistreated long enough.
It sounds pretty good.
That's just an MC60, and that's it. Well, and the Alpha.
Roger.
530 sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. It's that black paint job I put on it. That's got to be what it is. I think I may just hang on to this thing for a while.
Hey, Ralph, that iMac antenna tuner I got going.